Welcome to Star Tile. I am here today on a totally different topic, although it still relates to my channel, it still relates to YouTube, that I want to address as far as my my monetization. So a lot of people out there feel like because I have a lot of subscribers that, and then they accuse me of begging off of Patreon and asking you to donate to my channel in two forms. One is Patreon and the other is a direct contribution to my PayPal account. The reason I do that is because I'm not monetized. So going back 2 years, there was some things going on where I've been on YouTube since 2010, so going on 8 years, well, 8 years. For 6 of those years, I was totally unaware that YouTube/Google, when Google puts ads on either the clickable ads that you can click off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or the little box ads at the bottom that display on videos, my assumption and my ignorance was this is a platform that I'm able to post my videos, and the trade-off is that Google is going to place those ads on there, and I was okay with that. I found out that I could actually get monetized. You have to go through a process of AdSense is Google's bank, and you have to get approved by AdSense. So you got to give them your social security number, your physical address, your phone number, birth date, bank account number, all these various things that are making me a little apprehensive about doing that. Another thing is that there is a 3-digit code that they send you by snail mail, and I hadn't gotten that 3-digit code that they send, so they allow 2 times of that code to be sent out. So for 2 months I wasn't getting that code, and then by the 3rd month they said, well, just take a picture of your address on a piece of mail, we'll accept that. I gave that to them, and then boom, like right away I had, I think it was $1,200. They had paid me retroactively. They had basically, for those 2 months I was waiting, they paid me for that time that I was waiting, which amounted to about $600 a month, and I was really shocked. So much so that I literally went to the bank that same day and withdrew that $1,200. I asked them if Google had in fact sent me money, and they said yes. And I don't know, with the internet the way it is today, I was a little sketchy. So that was, I believe, in July or August. And then September and October and November of getting paid, and by about the 3rd or 4th month, I decided to develop some other channels. And so all those channels were under the umbrella of Star Tile. They are, for lack of a better term, my children, and I'm the parent of those channels. One of them was DJI Drone Guy, where I just basically posted videos of my drone flights. Another one, so that was one of them. There was Jamaica Bob, because I have a history in Jamaica, so I talked about Jamaica. Certain videos would talk about food, others transportation, others about crime, others. So Jamaicans are inherently very, very proud of their heritage, and regardless that there's a lot of crime there were a lot of Jamaicans who took exception to me talking bad about them in certain videos. So you have an ability to flag for inappropriate content or whatever, and so I guess the powers that may be in YouTube decided that they were going to take that channel away from me, in addition to my main channel was taken down. And when the main channel was taken down, this is going into 2015 was the date I found out I could get monetized, and that's when I started getting monetized. In 2016 is going into, I think it was March, that they took my channel away, and I wasn't aware of it. One of my subscribers actually emailed me and told me. So it freaked me out because I have a lot of content, not as much as I do now, but I had a lot of content, and I was afraid to lose my channel. But I appealed the decision, and the next day my channel was given back to me. But my other channels, the 3 other ones that I had, 2 of them were gone. 2 of them they got rid of completely. And so I'm like, okay, there must have been something I did, although they didn't tell me what I did wrong. There must have been something I did wrong on one of those channels. But I was happy to get my Star Tile channel back. In the interim, I changed the other name of that channel, the 3rd channel that I had, to the Bald Handyman. So that one is still up, and I haven't, I've been kind of lazy as far as adding content to that. The main reason I've been lazy is because The following month, I got demonetized. AdSense pays out on the 20th, I think the 21st of every month. And so midnight of the 20th, I'm looking on there, and I had, now we're going into 2016, so I had, I think, $740 sitting there waiting for me. And at midnight, it hadn't been transferred yet, and I'm like, oh, no big deal. The morning of the 21st, I looked and there was no AdSense. Like, my account was totally shut down. And when that happens with AdSense, you cannot have another account. They bar you for life, basically. And I've still never given a reason. My personal view on it is that there's an algorithm that that AdSense has in relation to YouTube, that they're watching what YouTube is doing. When YouTube got rid of my channel for that 24-hour period, AdSense decided, well, yeah, you know, if they're gonna take his channel down, then there must be something going on there, and they demonetized me. So at that point, I had I think it was $740, $742 and some change or something that was owed to me, and of course they took that back because they're not going to pay you if you're demonetized. You're allowed on AdSense to appeal twice a month. So I went through the process for months and months and months of appealing. I think in the very beginning I was appealing with 2 or 3 paragraphs of, you know, I'm so sorry, I don't know what I did wrong, please tell me what I did wrong and it'll never happen again, to the point where I was actually saying that I was guilty of something, you know, false this, and, you know, I did this and I did that when I actually didn't do anything, just to see if that was it, because I didn't know. And then by the end of the year, 2016, I just almost didn't appeal anymore, because no matter what I wrote, if I just wrote one tiny sentence, what did I do, I would get the same response back. We're sorry, our experts have looked at your account, which I don't really think they do, but be that as it may. So I contacted YouTube through a symposium that I went to last summer and talked to people directly, and they basically told me that I shouldn't count on, that nobody for that matter should count on AdSense, because if they can get rid of you and fire you willy-nilly, and a lot of people make their living off of AdSense, that you need a backup system, that you need sponsorship, and you need companies that will go in partnership with you, so that you're making your money in different avenues. And there's a lot of big YouTubers out there that have, you know, 5, 8, 10 million people that have that type of thing going on. Philip DeFranco is one of them, you know, so he doesn't get monetized through YouTube as far as I know. I don't think he does. And so he goes through, he has Patreon account, and he asks for support for his channel through Patreon, and he has other methods, merchandise and things like that. I don't have any merchandise. But what I did do is, at a certain point, I said, well, you know, if I'm gonna continue pumping out content, which I was at the time, I had gone from probably posting 2 videos a month to 4 to 6 a month at the point I was getting paid. But there's no motivation. Once I stop getting paid, what's the point in having more subscribers and having more videos? It doesn't make any sense. But I kind of backtracked on that, and I said, you know, I enjoy sharing my knowledge out there for people that want to learn from it, and let me go ahead and pump out the videos anyway for the consumption of the consumer out there that wants to know this stuff. So therefore, there is a give and take that's on YouTube. Instead of Google paying me, now it becomes contingent on you guys paying me, and that's hence why I have the Patreon and the PayPal account, so that if you feel like I've helped you in any way. I know there's I've gotten a lot of emails and comments in my videos where people have said, you know, you've helped me tremendously, and I've been able to build my whole shower based on your videos, and and that's absolutely wonderful. You've saved thousands of dollars. So go to my Patreon and be a Patreon member for $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever you can afford, or just give me a lump sum, $50, you know, hey, you saved me so much money, let me pay you something. Case in point, I think it was about 5 years ago, I have this microwave over here that has 2 pieces of glass, one on the inside and one on the outside, which is curved on the outside. And I'm pretty handy around the house, but I could not figure out how to get this door panel off. It was confusing, trust me. I went to YouTube and and literally typed in that model number, there was one guy, one video on YouTube that showed me how, or was showing people how to take the door apart. And I was able to do it. And I'm like, oh my God, that was so great. If at the time I knew there was a way to pay him other than calling Sears, I would have ended up paying Sears, you know, $100, $150, $200, who knows, to come out here, or some appliance company. So if there was a way to pay him $20 for his help, I still would have felt better having paid him than just taking his information. I did give him a thumbs up, and I put a comment in there that I appreciated his help. So I guess that's what I'm getting at. If I'm helpful to you in the videos and the content that I produce, then in order to continue to be motivated to produce this content and come up with something different all the time, that's a real push for me. I don't want to do redundancy. So that's kind of where I'm at. There are some social networks out there that have analytics. You can't look at my analytics on YouTube, but those companies, however they do it, they're able to look at analytics off of YouTube. And people have accused me in the past of like, oh, you know, you're full of crap. You're still making money off of YouTube. I can see it on these social sites, and you're just greedy. They're calling me greedy. That I'm making money off of PayPal and making money off of Patreon, which honestly, I don't make a lot of money. I think Patreon, I'm getting $56, $57 a month off of all my Patreon members. And I appreciate each and one of you, but I just wish I had more, because that way I'll never get to the point where I would be now if YouTube was paying me. One of the ways that you know if you're getting paid or not, when you see an ad. The only ads you're going to see on any of my videos that I have music on there, I think there's a couple that were copyrighted, not a strike, but a copyright. So the music company, Google would know the music company of the song that I was using. So there might be a commercial on one of my videos that you will see, and you're like, well, he's getting paid because I see this Google ad. I'm not getting paid. The music company, i.e. the artist, is getting paid. But that's how you kind of know when you watch videos, whether or not you see the ads displayed or not, and you won't see those on my videos. Some of the sites, the social networks out there that give you analytics, aren't aware that you're not getting paid. All they do is the CFM and the different technical stuff that I'm not aware. I don't know enough of this stuff to tell you, but they're aware how many views I get every day and every month and every year. They're aware how many subscribers that I get on a daily basis and a monthly basis and in real time. So those companies are not aware that I'm demonetized, so they continue to run those stats, even though those stats are false, that I'm not getting paid. This is a site I was referencing. This is called Social Blade, and it gives you all the analytics of any YouTuber, actually not just on not just on YouTube, but a couple of other sites too. So if you go into the top and you type in Star Tile, it will come up with me. So I'm going to read it. I don't know how well this shows up on camera. On an estimated monthly basis, I'm making 1.8K. If I were still getting paid, actually those numbers on Social Blade are about 70 to 80% correct on the high end. The low end is definitely not there. So that 1.8K would actually be probably about 1.5. So about $1,500 I'd be making every month if I were still getting paid. And then the 21K for the year would be closer to about 17,000, 18,000 is what I would be making. I base that on the fact that I already knew what I was making before I got demonetized, and so that amounted to what they said I was making as opposed to what I was actually making. It also shows you the date. It's a rundown of every single day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it says here that the plus says subscribers. I got 46 subscribers yesterday, 79 today. The day's not over. This is for my monthly. Sorry, what is that? No, sorry, that's my overall. my overall right now is 31,892. I can go live and I can actually watch people as they subscribe, not watch them, but I would see the numbers increase incrementally. This row is a video views per month. So on a daily basis, there's a monthly basis. On a daily basis, I'm getting, or I had anyway, 18,490 views so far today, and it's only 6 o'clock, so that number will increase. 17,000 yesterday, 15,000. So this is across my entire channel for all of my videos combined. And then this is monthly, sorry, my bad. This is across my entire channel since I began, 14,464,000 views across my entire channel with all my videos. And this is my estimated daily earnings. Again, this is not a true number. I wouldn't have made $74 today. I would have made probably about 60, but again, the day's not over, so that number would increase slightly. Yesterday it would have been roughly about the same, about $60. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, about $50. So again, going down here to the last 30 days, that 1.8 would be more like 1.5 or 1.6, and that's how that works. And let's see, so I can put in Tile Master GA, although he hasn't been active on his channel for some time, but this gives you his stats also. So monthly he would be making, and this is because he hasn't been active, monthly he would be making about $700, and then yearly about 9,000, be less than that, about 7,000. But because the subscribership doesn't matter, it's how it really comes down to, look, his subscribership is dropping off too. He used to get 3 times that subscribership on a daily basis. So it matters. It matters that you're active on YouTube. And so you can really type in any one you want. We're going to do home repair tutor because he happens to do a lot of other ways to make money. He has what do you call it, a booklet? It's not a booklet, it's a class or something like that he sells online, and I'm sure he has some type of store and some other stuff. So his yearly earnings, look at that, wow. So about 70–80% of that, 47,000 a year, wow. So he's bringing in roughly about 40 grand a year. Monthly, he's bringing in, this is almost 4 grand, so I'm guessing he's bringing in at least 3.5, about 3,500 every month off of his. And of course, because his demeanor is so much better than mine, his on-stage presence, as it were. So he's getting 141 subscribers a couple days ago, 129, 106, 72 so far today. But that's quite a bit. Even his total video views are like twice what mine are. He's got 34 million video views. So yeah, he's doing pretty well for himself on just YouTube alone. And then, you know, you have to also count all the other ways that he's making money. Another person, C. Jane Drill, she is very, very good at home repair. An older woman who, C. Jane Drill. Look at hers. So $111,000 a year is what she's making. That's the high end. Again, you know, about 80% of that, 80,000, 90,000. I'm guessing about somewhere between 85 and 90,000 a year that she's making. On a monthly basis, she's bringing in about 8 grand, roughly. Probably about 8,500 that she's bringing in on a monthly basis just by making how-to videos. I mean, she's very intelligent. She knows what she's doing. Look at her subscribership. She's getting 400, 300 subscribers on a daily basis. Yeah, she's pretty on point. I don't know where her total subscribers are at. Last 30 days, 17,000 in 30 days. I'm lucky to get 1,000 in 30 days. Well, I average about 1,000 to about 1,500 in 30 days. She's getting 17,000 subscribers in a month. That's crazy. This guy is fairly good at what he does. I don't think he's any more skilled than other home repair guys out there. House improvements. He has 382,000 subscribers. Like, that's almost 500,000. Everybody would want that many subscribers. What? My battery. All right, so I'm going to go over this quickly. If you look up on here, he has a Patreon account and he has a PayPal account. And again, everybody's free to do what they want to do. I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. But if you look at his Social Blade, look how much he's making in a year. So about 70 to 80% of that $80,000 a year, right? You're looking at about 65, 70,000 in a year. On a monthly basis, he's bringing in a check every month of $5,000. So $5,000, and he has a Patreon account, and he has a PayPal account. Let's go to my favorite person in the world, Sal de Blasi. So again, he's bringing in pretty decent change there. Look at that, 28,000. It says basically 31,000, but that number is about 28 to 29,000 a year, 2.6 in a month. So that would round out to about 1,900. I'm going to guess about 1,900, 1,800 to 1,900 is what he's bringing in a month. And of course, he's probably just slightly higher on daily subscribers than I am. His total video views across his channel, 35 million. So yeah, he has it over me right now. He's also making money off of a store. He's making money off of Patreon. He's making money in a lot of different ways that I'm not. Let's see, I'm gonna go to, if you wanna see how crazy this can get on YouTube, there is a comedian, Liza Koshy, and she's a young lady, but very, very talented. Koshy. I think that's it. Yeah, Liza Koshy. She's very, 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 very talented. She only has 106 videos, but she has, look at that, 106 videos with 10 million subscribers, 923 million views across her channel. This is how good it can get on YouTube. Her yearly earnings, about 70 to 80% of 3 million in a year. On a monthly basis, she's bringing in $246,000, right? So just knock off that 46,000 and she's bringing in 200 grand a month. That's crazy. That's how much money you can make off of YouTube if you didn't know. All right. 821,000 subscribers. Look at that. 237 million video views. That's crazy. This old house is making really decent change. Look at that, 486,000. So just take off the 86,000. They're making $400,000 a year. Monthly, 40 grand. And so just figure at least 30 to 35 grand a month. For some people, that's their whole year's salary. Look at that, it's crazy. You know, like, look at their stats, it's ridiculous. So when people ask me why I beg, why I beg on my channel to be a Patreon member and to be, you know, to send me a little bit of something on PayPal for the information that I provide. Liza Koshy is a comedian. She doesn't provide any information. It's pure entertainment, but yet she makes that kind of money. These guys are making all kinds of money. The other ones that I showed you are also providing information, and they're double dipping and triple dipping and quadruple dipping. So not only are they making the money off of YouTube, but all these other platforms that that exist out there. And I don't make any money except for my work, which a lot of these other people are also doing. I'm not making money off of the information I provide, only what you send me. And so all those naysayers out there, when you watch somebody's video on YouTube and you see the commercials, let's just go to watch it on YouTube. See?
So I just created this dope website with Wix. Let me show you how I did it.
When that pops up,
first,
that you can actually skip, that you're allowed to skip, or when a little box ad like one of these is in the center, that's when you're getting paid. When you watch this ad all the way through, you get a couple of cents or a dime or a quarter or whatever watching that ad. When you click on that middle ad that exists over here, that's when you get paid. You won't see ads on my channel. You know, that's the only way you get paid is the ads. Let's go to this old house. Again, another ad. You don't see those on my channel. So that dispels any of the myths that I'm getting paid from YouTube. So I'm not necessarily trying to call anybody out per se, although I kind of did with what you just saw. I'm just letting you know how this platform works, and you know why it is that I have a Patreon account, why it is I ask for PayPal, why I have that as a pinned comment on all my videos, and why I do my outro, because it's a reminder that if I'm helping you, that it would be nice if you contributed a little bit of something. In addition to letting you know when other people are begging, here's the thing. If I were making that almost $2 grand a month that YouTube would be paying me, I guarantee I would not have a Patreon, I would not have a PayPal account or whatever. Sponsorship is a big deal on YouTube, and if there was a sponsor who came to me, say custom building products or something, that wanted me to do reviews of their products, I believe in them. So yes, I would take the sponsorship. Hopefully that was informative for you, and if it was, again, hit the link down below, the subscribe button, hit the bell to make sure you get notifications. Also, just so you know, I have decided I'm going to be live streaming on a monthly basis. So probably it's going to be the third, I'm going to say about the third weekend in every month on Sunday nights at 6 p.m. I did one last Sunday, and so the next one will probably be about the 22nd of July. So I'll send out notifications on that. It'll be a live stream. I think the last one lasted about 2 hours. So if you want to join the conversation, feel free to hit me up on the third Sunday night at 6 p.m. of every month. I will be live streaming. Make sure that you're there. Sunday nights, 6 p.m., third weekend of every month.